Born and bred in Sydney. It was a choice, but it wasn't, if that makes sense. So I was studying at the time full-time at university. It was, I think, something people did back then in the 90s. You were encouraged to do the Australian Public Service exam. It was just another avenue or channel or opportunity to do something different. I sat that exam, and initially I was offered a temporary position with the Australian Bureau of Statistics. So currently I work for Services Australia. I'm a region manager in Sydney, and what that means is I actually have a geographical responsibility for managing teams that provide service in the face-to-face environment for Services Australia. Before, I've had real opportunity to be involved in so many different things. One of the initiatives that we worked on a few years ago was actually here in the Campsie community, and so we ran an initiative called Local Connections to Work. It was probably one of the most challenging things that I was ever involved in, but it was also probably the most rewarding. In the APS, that's what we're here to do, actually support individuals in our communities through providing services to them. So we actually got that experience firsthand. We had a customer who was a refugee who'd been in the country for a long period of time. He was an artist who painted with a knife. So we connected him through this network of stakeholders in with TAFE and got him involved in a TAFE course. And some of the non-government organisations linked him in with some galleries. And so he actually got himself through a course at TAFE, and he actually ended up putting his artwork into a gallery. 12 months later, he actually came to our office and left us one of his paintings as a gift, and with thank you card. And it was, yeah, that things like that actually mean a lot. I feel really proud. My family is really proud, and they were also really emotional when they found out about it. And coming from a CALD background myself, and because I received it for actually delivering service to CALD communities and supporting vulnerable and complex customers in the community, made it even more special. I think some of our policy and legislation is really complex. We're all seeking that simplification. I think the whole digital experience is really changing how we work and what we do, and how we work with the citizen. The expectation of our customers and citizens has really changed. We're so fortunate we've got some highly intelligent, highly skilled people across the APS, and so using those skills and experiences to actually do things better is really important. I just hope that I can use my skills and experience to help the APS build world-class service delivery to citizens on behalf of the APS.